27th, 2025. I'm back on to continue on with this from the previous video for today. And I wanted to then, I was guided to seek what the importance of one's environment, okay, which significantly impacts our physical, our mental, and our social well-being, and our well-being in whole. It influences everything from health and happiness to relationships and a sense of belonging. Now, a healthy environment, and this is what we are here to recreate. We come from a bad environment by being in the worldliness and in the fleshliness in 3D is physically, but a healthy environment, it includes access to clean air that we breathe. What air are we breathing? Our breath when speaking projects. And if we're speaking blessings, then thou shalt be blessed supernaturally in the particles that are brought forth from our breath of life that God put in us. So are we speaking clean, healthy air? Because that matters. And so that is what then is reflecting back at you in your own environment. Almost like the gray cloud that follows you. There's truth in that spiritually. The water we drink, is it clean? Is it pure? Is it filtered? Is it polluted? And green spaces. Green. Importance of plants. I have a couple back here. Importance of plants. I was always a plant person. When I got into my own place, finally and foremost, raising my 2 children, I was very blessed with, might not have been brand new things, but I was blessed with abundance, furniture. And that is in essence love, isn't it? Love that was given to me and shown to me by family, aunts, cousins, sister-in-law. You know what I'm saying? Neighbors. You know, blessed to have all that we needed, and even that which was donated to us. Thank God. That's why I would like to try to give back in that same energy, you know. But we had all we needed. We had plenty. We had good and plenty. Some it may have not looked like that. because it wasn't in a brand new home. Things weren't spotless. Things weren't picture perfect, as in a painting. Paint me a Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? Or paint me a paradise. You know. Wasn't sloppy. Cleaned. I was taught to clean. And I liked having things nice and pretty and neat. I liked having things, my home, my living room, my bathroom, and the kitchen and everything. I liked the feeling that it gave me of tidying, after tidying up. And I was in gratitude and thankfulness for it all. I remained on the sunny side of life, and I tried to create a healthy environment. So, green spaces is crucial for physical health. So, plants, getting outside in nature, physical health, and can reduce the risk of diseases like respiratory illnesses and heart problems. And so the importance of green spaces. We need green. We need nature. And running waters, which I have a sound, meditation sound on. Just that is healthy. Sound therapy, aromatherapy. But green spaces is crucial for physical health and can reduce the risk of disease like respiratory illnesses and heart problems. The environment plays a vital role in mental well-being. Think about this now in your childhood. Your home environment. Your environment. I'm not saying it was all bad, because I can see and remember pleasant as well. Fun. You know what I'm saying? I can remember those things also. And so, mental well-being with nature and well-designed spaces promoting relaxation. This is what has happened to us. We don't relax. We don't even know what relaxation is. And I was just saying how on Sundays, back when I was young, you did not work on Sundays. You did not have to work 7 days a week. We had, like, the Sunday was our Sabbath Sunday. Soulful Sunday, it was relaxation day. It was family day. It was going to grandma's day down at the creek and having those picnics and cookouts and everybody getting together, reducing stress, being a part of a tribe, being a part of a family, whether you have the good and the bad in your childhood. But we need to foster a good environment, a healthy environment fosters a sense of calmness within us. This is the importance of it. So try to input that into your life. Put that in within you and within your home, your material possessions. It matters. Decluttering is important. I was just doing that the other day in my room. I'm like, you know what, it's time for me to declutter in here. And just throw things out that I don't need, don't want. It's just taking up space. Because it just feel like you're, And so decluttering, releasing stuff from your space. And it's a routine, it's a constant type of thing to be doing. Because see, when I was growing up too, not all was bad, but things of importance were presented to me. Like we had spring cleaning, but my mom carried that on into her life from her mom, because the importance of decluttering your home. Open those windows, taking all the blinds and the curtains down, and taking the rugs out and swapping them and spanking them, and doing all this laundry and hanging it all out in the line, sweeping and mopping and dusting and wiping everything down. And then what we do? We rearranged, like your bedroom, rearranged the living room. We just changed things up a little bit, right? And maybe swapping out these curtains for these curtains. And so we hung up these curtains for springtime. And the curtains in the kitchen and the dining room and so forth, right? Okay, so I'm back. So, yeah, so we had spring cleaning that we did every year. And then I believe it was in the fall. Because then it was fall time and the fall season, and then next thing you know, winter was coming in, right? So we would do the cleaning then also. I mean, super cleaning, right? My mom cleaned every day. The basics. Sweep, mop, laundry, making the beds, tidying up, vacuuming, okay? That was an everyday thing. But getting back to the environment, it's important, the environment. Importance of one's environment. Physical health, like it was telling us. I read it a little bit ago. Excuse me. The lack of access to clean resources, like pollution, unsafe living conditions, can lead to various health issues. Yeah, mental too. Our moods. It can bring anxiety. And just, stress can do a lot of things to that. Okay. So yeah, the environment, your well-being, studies show that spending time in nature, even in urban settings, can improve mood, reduce stress and anxiety, and promote overall psychological well-being. So the design of our built environment including public spaces and community areas, can influence social interactions and a sense of belonging, which are important for mental health. Social well-being. It can facilitate or hinder our social interactions, our social connections. A poor environment can create barriers to interaction and a sense of isolation. Sense of place and identity. Our environment shapes our sense of place and identity, contributing to how we feel connected to our surroundings and community. A healthy environment is essential for well-being of individuals and communities, and it's crucial to protect it for future generations. The built environment, including transportation systems, urban planning, and access to recreational facilities, can significantly impact physical activity levels, social interactions, and overall health. Okay, now this is going to get deep, but this is what this is all about. The change. The changing up. The changing up of this world. And things are changing. Why? Because we're all about our finances, our money, to become somebody, wannabe celebrity, for material abundance instead of spiritual abundance. And living a successful life and having the very best at our fingertips here and now to become above all the rest in prestigic. I want to be somebody instead of just being yourself. You already are somebody. Thank you, Spirit. One's environment, as in the Garden of Eden, luscious beauty, sustaining paradise of our needs fulfilled, where there is no, what can I say? There's no categories. We're all one, equally, and that's what's coming. Taking away all of this, like tax bracketing, and some over having, and some not having at all, to some just having a portion. But you see, it's going to change up from all across the world to everybody gets universal, basic, universal basics to take away this separation and the crime. What's the crime based on? Where's it coming from? From anger, from animosity, from being in a poor environment, being raised improperly with negativity, and this is what's coming in a whole new change up for all of us. But you see, the journey is for all of us to return back to God's grace, because we fell away. We separated spiritually. So we got to get back to being more spiritually whole. Not just with you and God, but all of us in unity, to return back to God's grace in oneness as one again. Some will be included, some will not. Everyone will have that opportunity to be included. But just like the word says, you think of an ill thought, zap. You commit spitefulness, zap. You respond in anger, zap. Like the daggone bug zapper. Zzz, zip, zip, zip. And all that'll be left is your clothes. Down they go. There they are, laying right where you were standing or right where you were sitting. So you can be included in the kingdom of heaven, or you will not be included in the kingdom of heaven. That's what it's coming to. But you see, it's all the forces of heaven and earth are in it together to recreate balance, to bring balance back, because there's so much imbalance of wrong, negative, immoral, improper, toxicity, illnesses, diseases. We create that. We created uncleanliness physically and spiritually. Because it's an arrow pointing this way and an arrow pointing the other way. One on top, one on the bottom, vice versa. Vice versa. We are doing this. Don't you understand? How many years and years and years, and the Rock of Ages, and there was a whole shift. It was like the earth and heaven and earth had a reset button. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too much toxicity. It was too much immorality. It was too much wrongdoing.